90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days Season 7 is currently on air, and within just 10 episodes that have aired so far, the show has proved that the 2024 edition is probably the best yet. This season of the popular 90-Day Fiancé spin-off impressed fans when it was announced. It was the first time in years that any old couples were not returning to the show. It was going to be a full cast of fresh faces and refreshing storylines, which didn't make fans yawn and complain. 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 Days Season 7 features Tiger Lily Taylor and Adnan Abdel Fattah, Chidi Ikimiz and Rain Fernandez, Brian Muniz and Ingrid Rezende, Niles Valentine and Matilda Nti, Lauren Allen and Faith Chalad, V. Netherton and Sunny Mahdi, Vanya Giarbik and Bojo Viardal-Jack, and Joe and Magda, who are yet to be introduced to the audience. All the storylines so far have had heaps of drama to offer. Here are some of the most shocking scenes from the past 10 episodes of Before the 90 Days Season 7, which prove why it could be the best one yet ever. Ingrid from Brazil was in a relationship with Harvard-based Brian for 2 years, and yet didn't know how old he was. Ingrid recalled Brian telling her he was 43 when they met 2 years ago. However, Brian accidentally slipped up while asking Ingrid about how old her dad was, since she kept telling Brian about her strict father. Brian joked that her father was the same age as he was. Brian was 51 years old, but had catfished Ingrid. Moreover, he tried to convince Ingrid she was being forgetful when he was caught. Brian was openly gaslighting her. However, his age wasn't the only thing that made Ingrid wonder if she knew anything at all about her boyfriend of 2 years. Brian, who used a wheelchair after an accident, never shared details of the incident with her. He decided to strike while the iron was hot, and Ingrid was already coming to terms with his real age. Brian told Ingrid about how he was once a drug dealer. The way Brian delivered the truth most casually and in a matter-of-fact style was the scariest part about him. Brian told Ingrid he had been a drug dealer and a heavy user for 5 years. Brian met his second wife while he was dedicated to this lifestyle. Brian tears up while talking about how he woke up one day and saw himself in the mirror. He decided to start afresh and even cut everyone who was a part of his life then, including his wife. 2 months later, a carjacking incident took place where Brian was shot in his spine. Brian revealed that the person who ordered the carjacking was the woman he was married to at the time. Rain and Chidi went to the market on the second day of her visit to Nigeria with his sister Victoria. Rain was already annoyed because Chidi had refused to sleep in the same room as her, and this annoyance took the form of rage when Rain watched Victoria trying to buy a chicken. "If you kill that, I'm going to become really pretty freaking violent, so," Rain warned Victoria. Rain had developed a quick emotional attachment to that chicken while looking at it through a cage. Rain ate chicken herself, but this one reminded her of her pet chickens at home. Niles flew to meet Matilda in Ghana on Before the 90 Days Season 7. Niles loved Matilda and had even proposed to her over a video call. However, Niles did not want to marry Matilda immediately, whereas Matilda had already started wedding preparations. Niles spent his entire trip thinking of how Matilda would react when he finally told her. Niles so conveniently changed the narrative that even a producer got involved and asked him why he was lying. Niles was trying to avoid any blame. He blamed it on his lack of social skills. His excuse was not worth buying. Rain didn't like how she was being treated at Chidi's sister Victoria's house. She fought with Victoria and walked out of the house to go live in a hotel. Chidi now had 2 options left. He could have either followed Rain to her hotel as per her wishes or broken up with her. Victoria let Chidi know that she would support any decision he made, even if involved him moving in with Rain. Chidi also met up with a friend who helped him conclude that it was best for him to end the relationship. Chidi and Rain met after 3 days apart. She seemed to think that Chidi was going to propose to her on the beach. However, Chidi had called Rain there to break up with her. Chidi admitted he wished Rain would have an open dialogue about their relationship. Rain kept blaming Chidi's sister during the conversation. She even asked Chidi if his sister was breastfeeding him. Are you doing it for a visa? She questioned Rain. Chitty was devastated after finding out Rain's perception of him. Chitty declared he was never going to sell his soul for a visa. V from Florida was flying to South Africa to meet her boyfriend of 1 year, Sonny, for the first time. V had never flown out of the country and was nervous about meeting Sonny since he had a jealous streak. V's solution was to take her ex-boyfriend Rory with her without letting Sonny know about it. Sonny walked in on V looking at the selfies she took on the flight with Rory on her phone. Sonny was right to feel angry, but somehow V was the one raising her voice at him. Sonny asked V to go back to America. Lauren had kept a few secrets from Faith himself, just like his fellow cast member Brian. Lauren had never been exclusive with Faith, despite her considering him to be her boyfriend. He spent an entire day together with Faith, and even went on a swimming date with her where he nearly kissed her before telling Faith he had gonorrhea, which he had contracted while cheating on her. Faith questioned their relationship. Lauren had just told her that he was homeless in the U.S. despite having 3 jobs. Faith decided to friend-zone Lauren. Lauren was a serial liar. Instead of telling Faith that he wanted an open relationship in the 6 months that he was dating her, Lauren kept it to himself. He also didn't look like he had any regret after contracting the STD. He was laughing while saying things like he had gunk spewing out of his penis. Lauren had implied to Faith that he was having sex with other people by telling Faith he was sleeping with other people, and the truth was lost in communication. Lauren may have gone ahead and transmitted gonorrhea to Faith if there weren't any cameras. Adnan and Tiger Lily had an argument on the latest 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days episode. She was upset after Adnan posted a post-shower selfie on Instagram when she wasn't allowed to wear clothes that were even slightly revealing. Tiger Lily asked Adnan how he would react. She posted a picture of her while in the shower on Instagram. Adnan had a straight face when he told Tiger Lily he would kill her if she did some things he didn't like. "I would kill you, baby," Adnan told his older American wife.